So a lot of people might have a hard time getting that full range of motion on the squats, and it could be due to several things. One very common thing is having really tight hamstrings, or even, of course, poor form as far as like how to, you know, really get that hip hinge, really where you pushing the hips back. But of course, if your hamstrings are really tight, you can't, it's going to limit your range of motion here, because as the lower you go, you're going to compensate by that hip turning inward, as they call the butt wink. So if you feel like you're a little tight, you're still working on your flexibility, but you do want to get deeper squats, what you can do is just throw some 10-pound plates here and just elevate the heels, which a lot of like weightlifter shoes or squatter shoes, you'll see they actually do have an elevated heel anyways, and this is actually for a little bit better form on that one. So we're just going to kind of go through a couple of these. You know, form, of course, you still want to push through those heels, but with this, the pressure's going to be a little bit more on the toes. It's going to take a little bit less, it's going to take a little bit more out of the hamstrings and put it more in the quads, but this is going to increase your range of motion, of course. So we're going 225 on this. We're going to go for 10 reps, and we're going to try to get as low as we can. Okay. Alright, feet elevated. Oh yeah, nice and low. See, you kind of just sit right back down in here. Don't feel too much tightness in the hamstrings. And then press straight up. You know, you're still pushing through the heels, but of course now that they're elevated, it's taking a lot more off of the hamstrings. Push back in the hip, still hip hinging, getting that hip crease way below the knee, and then pushing up from that position just like so. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pause reps. Yeah. One more for 10. Oh man, that felt pretty good. Didn't really feel like my hamstrings inhibiting my movement as much as they normally do with just flat feet. So give it a try and see what you think.